Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. I hope you guys are doing well today. Hope we're having a good, well, I was gonna say Monday, it's Wednesday. And we all knew that, including me, at the moment of me speaking. Hello. Hi, Kalino. How are you doing? Everything is good. Oh, hey, bud. What are you doing up there? Why you up there, bud? You wanna come down? Wanna come down for the people? Hold on. Give me 1 second to get this guy back down. Little cutie, what are you doing? Who moved you? We were here literally yesterday. Why are we doing this, fam? Oh my gosh, hold on. I need to move this onto my main screen because I can't see. Smile. Actually, you know what? No, I know why I did this. Remember that time where my PC blue screened? That's why I ended stream last night? Yeah. That was a thing. And I bet you this is something I fixed and OBS didn't save it because we crashed. That's fine though. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another stream. I hope you guys are doing well today. I'm doing just fine. I'm alright. Fixing OBS on my PC so our next session isn't scuffed on your side. Lamau. I was telling Stream. I was gonna work on this today. I have come up. I was gonna work on this today, and then I realized I can't actually reach this. So now I'm trying to figure out a way to make these stairs go up. Oh, you know what? Maybe I could do like a slime situation here. We'll figure it out. But we're not working on this today. Let me just say what we're gonna do today, and then I can start talking to y'all. Today I'm gonna start working on these nether paths. And by working on these nether paths, I mean I'm gonna farm some materials, because boy golly man. I can't have these be these. I'm using basalt because it's not gonna get blown up by gas. And I'm slowly but surely chipping away at not this mass. Not that mass. Somewhere up there. I'm knocking down. Hey. Stop that. I'm slowly knocking down a place up there. And every material I break from there, I've just been using on this entire build. But this spawns these little guys, these little cuties. And I need to, and you can't make slabs out of these guys, so we gotta figure it out. And that's what we're doing today. We're gonna go grab some materials so I can start working on this, because I always say it, but I like Yippee! Hello, Mr. Limey. How you doing? I like seeing the nether. It's why I always do the no fog thing, because I like seeing it. And when I'm going down paths, I also like to see it. So I usually build my paths a little bit higher, but this time around, I want to try it like on the lava, basically. Not in the lava, because fixing lava is much more annoying than fixing water. So it's right above the lava. But that still means I need better, some non-spawnable blocks, and that's what we're doing today. But anyways, you're so tired. I'm so sorry to hear that, Mr. Limey. Though, an absolute mood. I was laying in bed, right before stream, because I was like, I need a little boost in energy, to get me through the night. But I'm sorry to hear that. I hope the schedule lets up here in a little bit, Mr. Limey. It gives you a good chance to sleep. Fixing shit at work, worked about 16 hours yesterday, man. Absolutely fucking illegal. I am so sorry. I am so sorry, Mr. Limey. Hopefully shit you know, livens up a little bit and allows you to live a life in peace. Have I shown you guys another portal? I did the Nether portal. Remember when I was talking about doing like a wooden theme here? We did it. I did it. There it is. It's there. It looks prettiest from this angle. I did put a little bit of effort on the back, but not a ton. And the side profile's not phenomenal either. Mostly because you could still see the obsidian. I did not think about that while I was making it. Because I only ever looked at it from this angle. Also, I'm sure you guys have noticed all the like kind of path I've been working on here. Mostly have it pathed out. I have this path here to my side door, which I use almost all the time. This is the path off to the cave spider farm. This is going to be the path off to the dock I'm going to have on the other side, which is going to lead us to our spawn base. And then this is the entrance to the base. And you're not done yet? Oh my gosh, that sucks. Well, I hope you can sit back and relax just a little bit while you're here, Mr. Limey. Fixing, oh yeah, fixing OBS stuff. Yeah. I was telling chat yesterday that I planned for some stuff for stream. Like I planned on making sure to have I had a hotkey on my stream deck so I can mute in game. But I had it set on I didn't like triple check what the button was in game. And so I ended up putting it on the key that wasn't the mute button, but it was the zoom button. So every once in a while at the beginning of the stream, you would see my camera zoom in like real quick and go boom, boom. And I was mad confused until I realized what the issue was. And then all I could do was just sit there with my... I had to make a decision whether or not I was gonna... whether I was gonna try and fix it in the middle of a stream or not. And I greatly considered it, but I ended up not doing it. And I just had to remember to hit the button manually on my keyboard. Which made it like infinitely harder to talk to chat in the middle of the stream. Luckily, there was not too much chatter on my side, so I didn't miss too many messages. I need to dig. What I need to do is I need to dig a quarry so I can just get oh, awesome. So I can get a bunch of stone and deep slate. Because I'm going to need a ton of deep slate for the cave spider farm, or the cave spider kingdom I'm going to do over there. I love how much space we have at work. That feels a little facetious. You know, I might just be picking up on a little bit of facetiousness on that one. But that might just be me. I don't know. I'm trying to think exactly what I want to do here. Let me sleep just to get the rain to go away and come again a different day. Okay, what are we gonna do? It's not what are we gonna do, it's more where am I gonna dig? For Christmas, we will get about 40 new items. I'll need one spot? And you only have approximately 10 spots or 40 new items? Dude, what a goddamn nightmare. I haven't had to work with inventory in a good long while. But once upon a time, I worked at a fireworks warehouse, and oh no, -10. Oh my gosh, sorry, that's me. Not being able to read. Less. You need 10 spots, and you got 40 items coming in. What a fucking nightmare! Oh my god. A long time ago, I worked at a fireworks warehouse, and it was like kind of like my first job, and this place sucked. I was fine. Like, the place was fine. The work just sucked. It was a seasonal gig, and the people who owned the warehouse and like the company was top dog. They have like a very particular way of things going and doing things. And I'm assuming they like had worked for a while in fireworks bullshit or something, because they were very confident in their method of doing things. And so that really clashed a lot with like a lot of the things we would, like the clientele would like lead us towards. For example, there was one year that we did, it was for New Year's. It was a New Year's seasonal time. And usually Roman candles do big for July 4th. July 4th weekend. Because they open up basically like a month before. And then they close a day after the holiday. And so for July 4th, maybe it's over here. I'm trying to find like an ugly spot so I could just like start digging. And we just started Stream Nightbot. I'm gonna need to chill the fuck out. But if you guys need to stretch and take a drink, feel free. So yeah, Roman candles huge for July 4th, Independence Day, right? Roman candles not usually that big during New Year's, Christmas time. And this particular year, huge. I don't know why. I have no idea why. But like we didn't have enough inventory for the Roman candles. And in fact, we had to start selling all the shitty ones or the unpopular ones because they were probably shitty or a little bit more expensive than the typical Roman candle bundles. And so in the fireworks warehouse, it's separated in areas, right? So like one side, so you walk in, the first thing you see, the first lane, it's a huge just like circle, right? So the first lane you see here is all your medium-sized fireworks and Roman candles and bottle rockets back when those were legal, now rockets. Then you turn the corner and in the inner O on the other side, you have all the little tiny things like little firecrackers, sparklers, all the little things you give little kids or whatever, right? Or party favors. On the outside ring, so you walk in and you take an immediately turn around and look at the wall, all the big stuff. That's like your $100, $200, $300, $500 fireworks. Your big boxes that you do not pop in the middle of your neighborhood. Those are the ones you pop out in the parking lot or in the field somewhere. And all the outside is just that, just in various like degrees of expensive-ness. Now, when I first got there, we needed a spot on the like main like mid-range fireworks. So I was the first face that anybody who walked in saw, and I was the first like lane people would come in and they would look at and they would like browse around. And it's important to note, I don't know if you guys have ever gone to a fireworks warehouse to buy stuff, but you can't touch anything. As a customer, you're not allowed to touch any of the fireworks until you leave the facility. because we are afraid that you are going to light one of them and kill us all. So you're not allowed to touch anything. And so all of these combined, again, my first time like really working, and it was a little nerve-wracking to be given like this responsibility. Also, another level on this, I to this day, I still have never popped a firework. I've kind of seen firework shows, kind of. I don't think I've ever been like in front of a show in person. And especially then when I was younger, I really hadn't. So I really didn't know what I was talking about. I didn't know what a Roman candle was. I didn't know what bottle rockets were. I didn't know shit. Luckily, the person I was with, also young, but did know what was happening. Oh, I'm still in my 100 Days of Horror skin. Luckily, she was there and she was able to kind of like guide me through it, because a training, never heard of her. The only training I got is don't let the customers touch shit. Like, actually be very assertive on this. They cannot. We will throw them out if they fail to abide by this rule. Like, ooh, okay, ooh. But anyway, so that's where I worked. And that's where I started. That's where I ended. I ended up really liking working in that section. I tried working in the other sections, the little baby sparklers, the big fireworks and stuff like that. I just didn't like it. This is relevant, however, because we didn't work off of commission, but there was very much a preference from the owners for the people who made them the most money. And typically the people who got the biggest bills coming in, or the biggest receipts, were the people who worked on the outside selling the 100, 200, 300 fireworks boxes. Because if you're buying those, that probably means they're gonna buy several of them because they're doing like an actual show, instead of just like a little home display. Like, they're doing like a whole thing. They're popping a lot of these. They've got a budget. Sounds fun. I would not be trusted at such a place. That's so funny. And so those are the guys who got a bunch of respect, right? And the people who work there, I knew a lot of the people. I went to school with a lot of people who worked there. And if you were going to be working on the big stuff, just like anything, when you're a salesperson, you want the charismatic people to be the people selling. And you want like the real friendly people to be the ones selling the big boy toys. And so good guys, the people who are selling them. But whenever the owner would come up and like show up to see how work was doing, he would sit there and he would talk for like 30 minutes straight across from me at talking to the guys working the big stuff. And then he would come by, give us like a little bit of a glance, be very critical at our display, and then move on. Which I was always annoyed about, because I am working nonstop, right? Like, I clock in. Again, I am the first person you see at this motherfucking place. I'm the first face you see. Everyone who walks in there is going to buy something, most likely, from me. For 10, 20, 30 bucks. Like, that was my range. My range was somewhere from like $3 to $4 was our cheapest thing, the Roman candles or bottle rockets, to the, maybe I do it here. I really hate how this looks. Maybe I dig up here, call this the quarry. It's not that far from everything we have. I'm not a big fan of these dripstone caves. Yeah, I'm the first person you see. Almost everyone who's walking, 98% of the client, no, that's really ungenerous of me. 99.9% of the people who walk into that business were buying from me, right? I am the person they are buying from. I needed the money, I needed the hours, so I was working nonstop, like double. Sometimes if I could, I'd pull a triple, because it was a seasonal gig and it was pretty good money. And I was in high school. So, hey Rob, what's up? And so I Um, so like I always felt a little disrespected that the owner would come in and be all boys club with the guys working in the guys working the big stuff, and only be highly critical of where I place things. When I'm the one selling shit, right? Like I'm constantly restocking, because we have the guys working in the back, making sure they give us, making sure we're stocked up. In the small, sparkler, firecracker, side. So the opposite side of my O, right? They had just like a normal table. So all of our stock, that for quick restock was under their table. So we would just like shimmy on behind, the shelves, duck down, grab some boxes and refill real quick. Then get the guys in the back to take the box and tell them, hey, this is what we need. And it was a good little system we had going there. So I'm constantly, me and the person who's doing all the little stuff, we're constantly restocking. Meanwhile, the people doing the outside who are selling the 200-300 boxes, now maybe once they had a restock, like on the day of July 4th or whatever, or like the day of the holiday. But like I'm working from the first day that place opens to the day it closes, the day after the holiday. And so we're getting there. We're getting there with the stocking bit. So again, we're constantly restocking, and we're restocking. We're working with the customers. Like it's usually two of us. So when multiple people are coming in, we could like serve a lot of them at once. And sometimes three people, depending like what day it is, because like everyone waits until the very last second to buy their fireworks. So on the day of, it's just packed in there. Days prior, sometimes it's still packed, but not like the day of. The day of, it might as well be a little can of packed sardines, because no one's moving. And it's so tiring, because you also have to make sure they don't touch their stupid fireworks. So we're constantly restocking, and this fucking owner would come in constantly and be like, no, you need to, not this. Let's not put this. Let's do this. I'll put this new thing up. Do this, do that. Or like we need, like, why is this stock so low? Like, add more stuff there. Like, why aren't you keeping up and like filling up the shelves? And sometimes I'm just like, because motherfucker, we don't have any left. Like, this is it. This is what we got left. And there was one time that I got pissed at him, and I was just like, because we don't have anything left. We told you guys a week ago that we were going to run out of these Roman candles. But because it's fucking January 30th, 31st, you're like, no one's going to buy that shit. No, we ran out. And he's like, well, then put something else there. And I'm like, what do you want me to do? Like, this is all they're buying Roman candles. This is the only stock left. Please let them give me the thing I need. Don't give me this shit. But like, then he'd be like, hey, sell this terrible bullshit that no one's gonna buy. Some just cheapo, like barely holding together packaging fireworks. He's like, no, sell these instead. This is new. I need you to push this stuff. This is the stuff you need to push. And it was so frustrating, because we'd have just so many boxes of absolute bullshit not moving on the shelves. Meanwhile, I have like one little section of the shelves actually there that had the items people were buying that I had to, there was a point I just kept the box. You're not supposed to. I just kept the box on the floor next to the shelf, because it was a waste of my time to keep going in the back and restocking this thing, because they were selling like fucking hotcakes. But because the owner with all his wisdom, decided that no, this thing that we've never sold before, no one has confidence in, I need you to fill 90% of the shelves with this. And everything else, just figure it out. I'm like, what do you mean? Anyways, I was their best seller and I never got any respect for it, and no one ever took my suggestions. To the point that I just started doing shit, and it was very much like, I don't ask for permission and ask for forgiveness later. Like, do it now, ask for forgiveness later, because I knew what, like, I'm the one on the floor. I had my finger on the pulse. I knew what was up in that business, and because the owner only cared about the people who were going to be buying the big boy toys, the business owners, etc. He was willing to let the thing that's actually bringing the majority of the money fall to the wayside. Because, like, yeah, maybe the things I am selling only cost anywhere between, like, the big ticket items that weren't Roman candles and rockets. Yeah, maybe they were $20-$30, you know? A pop. And maybe people would only buy one, maybe two at a time when they came to visit the store. That doesn't fucking mean that they're not still spending $50 to $60 per trip. You know, like... And I'm getting, I don't know, like 10 to 30 customers an hour that are spending that kind of money. Anyways, obviously I'm not over it. Obviously I'm still pissed about this. It's only been, God, that would have been when I was like 17, 18. Oh God, what is that? 17, 18, 11, 12 years ago? 13 years ago? I'm still pissed about it. That's a lie. I started working there, I think, when I was 15, but it's a seasonal gig. So I would work for, I think, like 3 months out of the year at that place. But I had rapport with literally everyone but the fucking owner, who never gave me the time of day. And I'm still pissed about it. I'm still angry. Obviously. I'm still mad about it. Like, the sheer audacity of that man. Like, how that man stays in business. I would visit every now and then, back when people still knew me, who were working there. And they'd be like, they'd always tell me how much they miss me, how they, you know, how people still come by and ask for me, or ask for the things that I really push. Because there were some items that just never fucking sell, man. There were some rockets that supposedly if you shot them in the sky, they would make like a little smiley face, an emoji in the sky, essentially. And I didn't trust that they actually did that. I didn't even know if that technology was possible in fireworks. Apparently it was. I sold them to this family and they came back and asked for more. Because their kids really like them. Because they actually did the face. They were a little funky sometimes. They described it to me sometimes that they look like the popsicles you'd get from an ice cream truck. That were like a Spider-Man pop or like a SpongeBob pop. That's what it was described to me as. But yeah, my point is that I don't know where these guys get their power trips from, thinking that like they know better than the people who are working at the place. Like, I understand that you have your bottom line and you have your own idea of like what needs to sell and what doesn't need to sell. But the fact that there is like an absolute refusal to respect the opinions of your workers pisses me off to no end. Because, like, especially if you're not there all the time, and the lack of presence of mind to understand that you're not the most knowledgeable person out there, nor that just because these big ticket items you know, people walk out of there with $1,000, $2,000 worth of items. I would say maybe 4 or 5 people a season would come in and buy that amount of money from the warehouse. And whenever it was a big purchase, someone that the owner had a rapport with, then it would be like, we're getting to 5 figures, right? But like, that is from his relationships with those people. But the thing that he stocks the most are the things I'm fucking selling. It's the mid-tier things. That's what people like. Those are the things that people popped in the streets. Like, those are the things. And this man just refused to give any respect to those items. And I know he gave no respect to those items because there were some things that sold out all the time. There was this like really good, I think it was $35. It was called the Fiesta something. And it lasted a long time. According to the customers, it lasted a long time. It looked really cool. And you could pop it in your street and like nothing bad would happen. It was like a very condensed like sort of spread, because what it would do, go at a bunch of little barrels, and apparently it just shot a bunch of balls for a long time. And so people really like that, and I sold out of those. Like, those were sold out before the rush. And constantly, I like, whenever the owner came in, and that's when they tell you, they want you to tell them like what's selling, what do I need to buy more of, like what do we need to restock on. Like, I had my homework done. I could tell you off the top of my head what we were low on, what was missing, whatever. And I would tell the owner, and guess what would never get fucking restocked. And then they stopped selling it one year. And I asked the owner, like, hey, what's up? Why aren't, what happened to this item? And they were like, oh, yeah, I just, they still, because I was like, oh, did they like stop selling them? Like, what's up? What's the deal here? He was like, yeah, no, they still sell them. It's just that we needed new stuff on the shelves. I'm like, yeah, sure, okay. Sure. But what about this alligator bullshit that you keep buying that's cheap, no one likes, it's expensive, and you've been trying, and I've been trying to sell since I got here. Like, these fireworks are stale as hell, because like no one's ever bought these fucking things. But no, the thing that you want me to sell, that and not the thing that has for sure been a big sell. I'm not over it. I'm still mad about it. Fuck that guy. And I get angry thinking about it to this day. Anyways, I hope you guys are doing well. I hope your days are going well. I'm just a little heated about that, I guess. I'm still not over it. You'd think so many years I'd be over it. I'm not. But yeah, so I hope you guys are doing well on this Wednesday, not Tuesday or Thursday, as I almost said. I know sometimes, sometimes the days get away from us, as they do in my case. I have been spending a lot of time actively trying not to think about the 100 Days series, because I just keep thinking about what I want to do. Or like try to plan ahead. And I don't necessarily want to plan ahead for the series. I more or less just want to like remind myself of, hey, these are the things you want to talk about. This is where you left off. So we can have some cohesiveness between between now and the next stream. But I very much enjoyed it. I very much like the stuff. It's a lot less scary than I thought it was going to be. It still obviously scared me. Especially when I wasn't expecting to immediately be attacked by the man in the fog. You know, I looked up the man in the fog because I wanted to make sure that nothing was on a timer, so I wouldn't maybe I should also bring my fortune pick to pick up this this copper. I do want to build things in copper. I'm just a little intimidated by copper because you need the only way to farm it is to mine it and smelt it and stuff like that. I guess also you could do like a drown farm, but it's probably infinitely faster to just go into the caves and farm for it. But yeah, so I am very excited to continue on tomorrow with 100 Days of Horror. It's spoopy, and I feel like our first play session had all the hit all the points that I kind of was hoping it would do. True, you can do a trials chambers. You're absolutely right. You're 1000% correct, actually. So it's not as intimidating anymore to get a bunch of copper stuff. I still am mildly worried about it. I'm trying to ease my way into it because I like a lot of the new blocks they added, ironically enough, in the trials chambers. I really like the new blocks like the copper bulb and the what is it called? The copper grate or whatever it is. And I also like the trapdoors that they've added. Nah, I freaking love it. Amazing. Yeah. Copper bulb is also a very handy redstone tool. Yeah. It's just a really interesting block. I used it for something the other day. I don't remember what though. Oh, right. The first time I played with them was for the oh, this is all andesite. Well, I will need I actually really need andesite. The reason I haven't built any of the towers for our food towers is because I need the reason I haven't done most of the things for building the outsides of the buildings is because I don't have blocks. And I want to build the sugarcane farm out of polished andesite, but I ran out of andesite very quickly just building the farm. So I was like, ooh, I really have to go out and just farm for it. Yeah, I used the copper bulb in the cave spider farm. I totally forgot about that until just now. All right, things I don't need. I do need this. Get rid of that. I can get rid of that. I'm gonna go add some boxes up here. Yeah, and you have to look into arachnophobia stuff. Yeah, so I looked into it to see when the man in the fog was supposed to spawn in. With the video, everything I read very much suggested that like you had to do a ritual of sorts to get him to spawn. I guess I just misunderstood the instructions, I guess. And I guess the ritual maybe is to get rid of him. I don't know. I didn't read into what it was, but the ritual. But I did I still was very shocked to just immediately get attacked by that motherfucker. And then I've seen some of the like big zombie baddies, and some of the baddies I've also seen, just in general from looking for worlds. But I don't know any of the surprise events, like the fucking nether, the gas that spawned in, and the Zoglins. Apparently the Zoglins do not like the things in the living world. But that shit was scary. I was not expecting that. I was horrified. But I'm glad that these things exist so it can kind of like lead Callan and I into some progression. My biggest fear with the mod pack is that I know there's no progression, like natural progression in it. And it's just a matter of kind of like beating the bad guys, like the scary guys, figuring out how to do so, and then doing so. And I was like, man, I don't know if we're going to figure that out in 100 days. Hey, an invisible guy. But I'm happy to see there is some sort of incentivization of early game progression that isn't just like, hey. Because I was also afraid with the Man in the Fog appearing and seeing that he doesn't break blocks, but he does like get rid of blocks to grab you through them, which is a little weird, champ. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't even know how that works logically, but yeah, so I'm happy so far with everything that is to do with the 100 Day series. My only lack of joy came from me not thinking of certain things for like stream stuff. And my mistakes that I made in prep. But aside from that, things are cool. I'm a fan of the pack so far. Which part, Kalina? I want to put stuff up there also. Okay, let's approach it from above and drop down. I just don't want creepers to fall on my head. I don't think I die. But I will be annoyed. And that's good enough for me to to light this up. Copper bulb. Yeah, I need to see how other things you can do with copper bulbs. Hey, stop that. Let me tell you, my brain is just so full of things I want to do in this world. And it's all about me stopping myself from just avoiding my projects to start new projects. Because I know in the grand scheme of things, I'll be much happier if I finish my projects and then move on to the next thing than starting a project and never finishing it. I'm not opposed to having multiple projects going at a time, obviously, Um, but I can't start like mega projects. Just because I wanna. I did fix my hotkey to make sure to mute myself in game. I have the right key now, the correct key. And I want to mess around with the Minecraft avatar. The how did Bude put it yesterday? The MC PNG, the MCE PNG, I think is what he called it. I do have I do want to work on that a little bit. I think it's a fun idea that Callan had. Well, Callan had the idea. Callan didn't tell me the idea. But Callan said it, and the way Callan said it in context of what we were doing, immediately I was like, oh my gosh, is Callan gonna do a Minecraft PNG tuber? And sure enough. And so I forewent a little bit of my prep to just figure out how I was gonna do a Minecraft guy also. Part of me wants to get, okay, how do I show you guys this angle? I wanna get like like you guys are down here, but my character is looking up like this, kind of like I have a GoPro under me. That's sort of like a classic picture, kind of like that that classic from below shot that you see in a lot of horror films. To kind of show how scared characters are. Oh, I scared myself. I thought I turned something off. That would have been weird, champ. I have the wrong windows on top of each other, and I'm mad about it. I really want to go mining also, which is like its own thing. Like, I want to go caving, I should say, not really mining. But yeah, so those are all things I'm very excited for. I want to mess around a little bit more with the avatar and see what's up. Also, welcome to the Discord, Rob, if you're still around. I saw you join there a little bit earlier. The Discord, as always, open to all friends. I do still need to revamp it. I'm just busy, man. I'm just a little bit busy, so I haven't gotten around to doing it. And I don't know a lot about upgrading it. So it's also like preventing me really from just sitting down one day and doing it. I have to like go in, do my research, and then get it done. Oh, and a warning to everybody. Twitch finally, I say finally, but they just implemented the if you get a sub on mobile, it'll cost you more. First of all, if you can help it, never get any subscription via mobile. Any subscription via mobile is probably the worst thing you could do. You're always going to get an upcharge because the Google Play Store, the Apple Pay Store, the Apple App Store. I actually have no idea what it's called on Apple. And anybody else, everybody is gonna charge you extra because it has to go through like a couple of channels to get charged. So if you can help it, always pay for your subscriptions on a PC somewhere, because shit's wild. It's always like $1 or $2 more, and it's kind of disgusting. A long time ago, I was in college, and I think it was a Netflix subscription I wanted to pick up or something. Because I had it on pause, and then I was like, I'll get it, but I'm not like in a position to, like, I'm not near a PC right now, so let me just do it on my phone. Or like on something else. I think it was on like somebody's iPad or something. And yeah, sure enough, a solid upcharge I was being charged, and I was like, excuse me, fam? Hello? No, thank you. I am in fact not gonna do not want to be charged all that money. I instead am gonna sit here and I'm gonna wait to sorry, I thought OBS crashed again there. I'm a little paranoid right now. Let's just put it that way. But yeah, so if you can help it, not just Twitch, but any subscription service, never pay for it on your phone. It's a disgusting upcharge. So yeah, if you subscribe via phone, it's $7.99 now, as opposed to the, what is it, $6.99? It is on PC, which is wild, by the way. I cannot believe they've raised sub prices so much. No wonder they have, no wonder they gave everybody more slots, more emote slots, more everything in anticipation for this price increase, I bet. Music's not too loud, right? In fact, I feel like you guys should barely be able to hear it with how far I cranked it. Let me tell you, the first song in this playlist, it's just like my daily mix on Spotify. And Spotify keeps doing this to me when it comes to any daily mix or mix that might have Kendrick involved with it. It will always play Euphoria first. I've had Meet the Grams and Euphoria both be played right at the top of a playlist. I'm just like, you guys are wild if you guys think I casually want to listen to some of these. Like, don't get me wrong, solid 10 out of 10 songs. However, there's some loaded songs that just casually be thrown on the playlist for me, Spotify. But yeah, so I am excited for tomorrow. Probably not gonna have any update on a Minecraft PNG until maybe next Tuesday. Give myself the weekend to work on it. Dude, I've been so bad about drinking water. Guys, remember to drink water. Stay hydrated, man. I've been so wildly dehydrated these last couple of days because or like these past couple of weeks because I just keep forgetting to drink water. I have this big old jug here full of water that I'm just not drinking. I just forget it exists, so I just don't drink it. You know, this little patch I thought was in this wall turned out to be a much larger patch. Luckily, I also need cobblestone. Although I prefer not to build out of cobblestone. I'm trying to think of how many, like, slabs exist that are fire resistant. Easy to gather. And I wouldn't mind having my nether roads being made out of them. Part of me wants to do nether brick. I've always wanted to do more with nether bricks. There's so many different, like, there's 2 variants of it. But because one of them is difficult to make, and the other one is annoying to make, usually people don't build with them. At least typically I haven't seen many people build with them. But I love the netherwort brick block. Very big fan. It's probably one of my favorite blocks in the game itself. And just, you know. It's just... I wish Mojang would add a better way to, like, farm netherwort or a different source of getting netherwort. Or give you the ability to bone meal it. Give me some sort of advantage on it, because I mean, it's such a cool block, but netherwort is such a pain to gather. I know that there's farms out there, but like all of them are just kind of annoying AFK farms. It's like, it's almost my same relationship I have with wheat, where, and it's honestly probably some of my motivation as to why I don't like doing animal farms. And it's just because you have to breed them with wheat, at least back in the day. And wheat is, of all the crops, probably the most annoying one to farm. Like, don't make me do that, Mojang, please. And especially needing 2 for 4 blocks, it's just kind of evil, Mojang. That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying is it's my favorite block and I've never used it for a build, so... I can't imagine anyone else using it. It's one of those things that I'm just gonna end up doing like a large... Where is it? There it is. I'm gonna end up just making a large like field of it. Like stacks on stacks on stacks of netherwort. Or nether soul sand. And then just farming my netherwort like that. Somebody gave me a Soul Speed 3 book, so I just need to get mending and maybe some netherite on my shoes so they don't netherite gives you more durability on items, right? Presuming it does, then I almost went for this until I remember that you take stack damage. You take, I think, double damage, maybe more, if you fall on top of the spikes. And that is what prevented me from giving into my my inner thoughts on that one. God, we still need to go underground in our 100 Days to Die series 2. I had a thought for the 100 Days series. Not looking forward to it. I had a thought that I'm definitely gonna bring up tomorrow. Because I still have to tell Callan. Let me tell you, Callan, the struggle to not call you Kalino. Kalino while we're playing. Especially when we come back from the dead, come back from our death trip. For me not to just be like, Kalino! Kalino! And for me to be like, Callan. I had to catch myself quite a few times yesterday to not call you Kalino. Go chill somewhere that mobs aren't gonna attack me. Just look off into the distance like that. But it was either Callan or your middle name. That's fair. I mean, I just went with Phoebe. I was like, I'm not gonna struggle with this. Sorry, I need to look up I'm looking up all the slab blocks that exist. Dude, I'm so excited for the pale oak variant of wood. I want it so bad. And maybe also the log, but mostly the wood. The planks, I should say. Well, let's see. There's 59 variants of slab. Those are all wood. I guess the crimson and warp slabs don't burn. There's the stone variant, smooth stone, stone brick. Oh, you can make granite and diorite and andesite slabs now? I didn't know that. I don't really have a desire to make any of my paths out of that, but it's good to know now. There's a deep slate variant. Oh, the tough blocks are also. That's hard to farm for, though, so really not those. There's brick. Mud. Sandstones. The sandstone variants. Prismarine. Nether brick. Oh, blackstone. That's right, blackstone. But blackstone also kind of annoying to farm for. Blackstone is like the tough of the nether. Endstone, purple, quartz. Quartz gets blown up though. And then the copper slabs. And I'd have to oxidize them or like wax them. And I don't have that set up. I'd have to get like an actual massive production of wax. Of beeswax? Honeycomb. I have no idea actually how to wax copper. Again, I have never really messed with it. Honeycomb, yes. Those are time consuming, so you have to like have a lot of beehives to get those going. I mean, out of all of these, so I can't have any of the wood types except crimson or warp slab, which are farmable. But would I get annoyed having to work with them constantly? Let's do this. Let's go into our creative world and look around. Oh, Yeah, the hard thing about doing this farm is encoding overloaded. Chill out. The hard thing about this is I have such a reduced area to play around with things. Like where these pistons are, that is underneath, that is lava. Like that is the floor. So it's gonna be an issue to deal with that. And then head to the nether. Nether fortress are over here. Let me tell you, I really want to work on a cyberpunk world, but we're not doing the cyberpunk stuff until I'm well established in the world. You know what? I didn't really think about it, but I was having some issues with the mod pack, so I changed my stream to not run off of NVIDIA and instead run off of my CPU. And that would explain why things are acting the way they're acting, actually. With encoding overloaded. So apology for what I'm assuming is the stream skipping. I'll have to fix that tomorrow because I wasn't really having issues. I don't think I was having encoding issues during stream yesterday. No one really complained about it, so I have to assume it's fine. Okay. So it's probably going to be like this. This is what our tunnels are going to look like, probably. Actually, you know what? It's probably going to be a little taller. So I can drive animals through it. Okay, so things I can have here. Oh, maybe I just type in slab. Maybe that's my best effort here. So crimson, warped. I have my stone variants, but I don't really want to fuck around with these, but I'll grab them anyways. I'm not doing andesite. It's just too much. But yeah, I really struggled not to call Eucalino yesterday. But I am looking forward to suggesting some stuff tomorrow. And also I still have to tell Callan, in-game Callan, about my adventure I went on yesterday when I got teleported by that fucking by the fucking silverfish bitch. Like, I didn't get a chance to tell Callan about it because we immediately started getting attacked by fucking nether mobs. Alright, some more slabs here. Not doing any tough stuff. There's brick. Hey, Jamie! Thank you so much for the raid! What's up, Jamie? Happy birthday! I think that's what I saw. I think it's your birthday. Happy birthday, Jamie. I hope you had a good one. Or you're having a good one. Welcome in, Raiders. Welcome in. I hope you guys had a good time over on Jamie's stream. Oh, that's a cute little emote. I like it. Me gusta. Welcome in, Raiders. I hope y'all are doing well today. Enjoyed the stream over, the little birthday stream. I'm not doing copper. Copper is going to be so expensive over the long run. I don't know why I grabbed endstone. I'm not doing endstone. Okay, so these are realistically our options. Realistically, I'm not doing that. I'm also probably not doing those, even though I will probably have a surplus of them. They're too annoying to farm. Same thing with that one. Well, I think it would be funny to do bricks. I think they clash a little bit too much with the nether aesthetic. Right now I'm just looking at a bunch of slabs. Because I'm looking to start making some nether highways in the nether. And I need some slabs, aka non-spawnable spots. And yeah, it's where I am at the game right now, it's a little hard to decide. But yeah, I hope I can't remember what you were playing. I saw it in the notification I got earlier. And I haven't fixed my shadow command. But thanks for stopping by. Feel free to stick around or feel free to head out. I appreciate you bringing your community over. And that goes to anybody who came over with the raid also. I appreciate you guys. But I totally get it. If you have to head out, it is late, even for me. Yeah. I'm trying to figure out my my block palette here. Oh, and I said I didn't want to do Blackstone either because that's also annoying the farm. We have this. We have that. Oh, we already have that on the other side. Let's not do those two. Those are kind of real basic. Oh, make sure to drink some water and stretch as a reminder to myself to fucking hydrate. And not to continue staying a dehydrated bitch. Maybe I do the wood. Because I think I'm going to have the same issue with the deep zone. As much as I may like the deep zone, it might be an issue. Here's the next issue. And these are our biggest... Actually, not this, because they've made that so much more annoying to get. You have to double smelt. Or you have to smelt smooth stone. To get... Or you have to smelt stone to get smooth stone now. And that's so annoying. I'm not going to be doing that. So here's my issue. Now. Here's where we're at now. Shit. I want to be able to see the nether, which means I'm going to have glass. How big is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's do 12. Let's consider that 8. 9, 10, 11, 12. This will give us a good idea of the bridge. Then I'll do a 3-block little... A little 3-block wedge there. Separator. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm getting ahead of my brain right now. Sorry. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Well, what was I gonna say? Yeah, I did disappear. I just, I got sent off into the wild. You literally got put on top of the mountain where the snow was. I didn't I didn't think I was too far away because things kind of look familiar. But then I like went to the mountain I thought was our mountain and it ended up not being our mountain. And that's when I started to panic and I looked at my coordinates and not a second before that. So I actually have no idea how far I went. But I got sent away. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I don't know why my audio is so delayed right now. And then our last little separator. So I still have to tell Callan all about it. In-game Callan all about it. Or entomologist Callan. I kind of like this warped wood. But I also think that this nether brick's going to be the easiest one to kind of play with. I find that crimson wood, I think, is a little too similar to our nether rack. Maybe that's like a good thing, you know? Maybe we want it to disappear into the distance. Well, we'll see. We have to keep playing with it. So yeah, I have to tell Callan everything that went on with me, where I went, the adventures I was on. In my desperate campaign to get the fuck back to base before nighttime fell. Because the guy, the man in the fog, spawns in every night or two. That is his spawning requirements, which is why I thought he wasn't gonna like show up. I'll be completely honest with you. That's why I didn't think he was gonna be an issue until he was, and then I was like, oh? That was a big whoop. Again, whatever block this is going to be, it has to be easy to get. Isn't this the... Is that the block that's outside of geode? Is it just smooth basalt? Because it's amethyst, it's calcite. Is it just smooth basalt? It has to be, right? This looks exactly like the block. That's wild. I had no idea. And I need to remember my adventures. Luckily, someone in chat said the number of where the stuff is. After I repeated it aloud to myself several times, in an attempt to remember, even though I forgot. So I know where to go, but I also came across a mountain on the other side of the hill of us. Here's the other thing, right? I'm gonna want to put ice under this. Ice doesn't... Packed ice and stuff doesn't melt, right? Because it's gonna be packed ice that I'm putting under here. So this is actually gonna be raised by 1. Yeah, I had like a whole thing show up. I like a whole ass adventure and I saw so many things. Some absolutely actually terrifying things also. It was not all hunky-dory. I don't know what I saw, but I definitely left it behind. I said, I don't have time for you today, sir. And I fucking ran, booked it. Here's the thing. I need to be able to fly through these tunnels, and I need to be able to use an ice boat on these. That's what I'm thinking about right now. Sorry if I keep like just stopping talking because I'm actively thinking about the logistics I need for these tunnels. I used to make these 5 wide, so I'd have like the path in the middle, because sometimes I want to put a minecart thing here, but I'm thinking if I do a minecart track again, I'm gonna put it above me. I'm gonna add an addition to these tunnels and have the minecart go above here. And just let that ride. It just needs to be that, right? Like, it just needs to be a little... It'll just be in a little additional boop-a-boop on top of the... On top of the tunnel. Yeah, I'm very pleased with 100 days at the moment. I just need to get some more logistical stuff figured out. I also need to give us an excuse to not sleep. I'm gonna come up with some sort of excuse for us not to sleep. Cause that, that is going to speed us up a little bit if we do so. And then that's where our little minecart goes. If I decide to go that route. Honestly, I think it's going to mostly be we can't sleep because we actually need to make some progress. Like technology-wise. I think honestly that's just the best excuse at the moment. It's just that we need just like There's a couple of things I want to test tomorrow also with how the Man in the Fog works. Honestly, the most valid reason, yeah. Like, because we actually legitimately, we need to spend the night doing things. And so I'm just like, how are we gonna do this? I'm going to make this 5 wide and see how I feel about it. Because back in the day, what you would do is you would make an ice path, right? But on the sides, you would do sort of this deal. So you could run and hit your head and go through nether tunnels a lot faster. Although that's not really necessary anymore because of ice boating. Like you would just do this. And you go pretty far. Like a 3 wide is so reduced. Let's just keep on theme here. Yeah, we need like mats. Our biggest issue right now in the game is that we don't have materials to do anything. Like we need to go like mining and shit. So we can do things like we talked about, getting armor, better tools, leaving the wood age and entering at least the stone age. I'm hoping that by tomorrow we'll be at least in the iron age. What am I gonna do here? Glass.
Yes!
Hey, Dylan! I didn't even know you were streaming. Hey, Dylan! Anarsis! Shout out to Anarsis. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in, raiders. Welcome in. I am PB from PB Plays Inside. Today we're playing some Minecraft, doing a little bit of mining, a little bit of crafting. We're trying to figure out some nether paths and stuff like that. And I'm just trying to trying to future-proof here. We're kind of talking about, how our 100 Days of Horror series is going, which we started yesterday with my friend Kid Callan. Welcome, 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 I'm PP. It feels so small, but I definitely think like it's just be better for my materials if I do this. I hate the bold lines on this. Don't think that really represents anything well. Brown doesn't look terrible. Black's a little too dark. That's not too bad. Let's break these. How's the nether building? It's going. We're going. We're doing the thing. I am definitely trying to figure out what's gonna work best here as we go. So I know what to farm, what material to farm. Because I was just going to start farming a bunch of stone. And then I was like, but am I really going to make this out of stone? Like, is that really what I want to do right now? And the answer to that is no. No, that is not what I want to be doing right now. Not that one. Not that one. I just made all of these red. That's fun. I'm glad I had my brain on when I was doing that. Yeah, it's going good. We're doing good. Yeah, we're doing this. Discussing some of the stuff that recapping a little bit of what happened yesterday in our 100 Days to Die series. That's been a ton of fun so far. Spooky but fun. I think that clashes a little bit too much. What are you? You're cyan. I also think this has the same issue that it just makes it too dark. We're trying out all these colors, even though I definitely do know that some of these are not going to work. But I genuinely never know what's going to look the best until I try it, you know? And yeah, so that's what's going on right now. I'm trying to figure out what glass would go best, what I can see the best through. Because I want my nether paths to be see-throughable. I would like to be able to see through them as I'm like going through them. Which means I'm gonna need a lot of glass eventually. Weirdly enough, that's actually very see-throughable. If I could leave it open like this, I would, but alas. We don't live in a universe where that's possible. Yeah. I was just talking about how in our 100 Days series, we're working. What we need to do is in our next play session tomorrow is we need to do a ton of. I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't hate the pink. Like, the nether is actually weirdly very visible through this. Like, it definitely gives it a tint, but it's not like a terrible tint. Like, this just feels like a darker version of this. Like, this is the darkest version of this, and this is a darker version of this. But this is so pigmented, it's not going to work with every block I put here. And after seeing the pink, this is a little too dark. Yeah, we need to do some... Oh my gosh. No, weirdly enough, I don't hate the cyan. But I think it's just because I don't hate the cyan color. My biggest issue with the cyan is how it creates dark lines, because color theory, when I'm looking at netherrack, so it creates these, it makes it seem like the edges of the glass are actually darker than they are. When I'm looking at, like, it's not a problem when I'm looking at the, really not too big of a problem when I'm looking at the lava, but it will be a problem when I'm looking at netherrack outside the door. Yeah, I'm very much leaning towards the pink. I think that's my favorite of them all. It gives me the clarity that I want. And it does the exact opposite when of this one. Like this creates a dark line, and I'm talking about a dark line right here on the sight line. It creates a dark line on that nether rack. Meanwhile, this creates a light line, like a brighter line along that nether rack, making it even brighter. Because again, we're going to be at this level, so we're going to be seeing a lot of the shoreline. So I like this, but it's too dark. I think this is probably going to work the best. And if we do end up going with the crimson slab, it'll work well. And I think there's plenty of blocks I can use here that won't burn, that'll look nice with it. An unlikely winner, but a winner nonetheless. Hey, Kiana! Yeah, good for viewing, and looks good with the crimson planks, yeah. Hope you're doing well today, Kiana. Is that all that crunch? You've gotten a lot of rest from the crunch you put in the last week. Out of the basalt here, basalt is definitely a placeholder block. I can fly through that, right? Yeah, I can fly through that. I think I'm not mad at this. I could even knock this out and just have this be like every 2 windows. Because when you're zooming, these windows go by real fast, and it'll save me some glass. Doing well, finished the crunch. Today was the rest day, and your brain has not yet caught up. Oh man, I'm happy to hear that the crunch is over though. And that you're able to breathe a little. I was gonna make this 5 wide, but it just feels like a waste of materials to go 5 wide. This is my line of all the materials that I'm willing to farm constantly, or willing to create a farm or something to do these nether roads. Like in theory, I can also like change up what they look like, but I'd like to have like one uniform look like that I follow, at least shape-wise. I think that's where we're at the moment. Oh, right. Blocks I'm willing to... that aren't flammable that I can play with. That once again, I'm willing to farm in mass amounts to do this. Which is why I'm using polished basalt, because I'm going to be breaking a lot of polished basalt. I'm going to have quite a surplus. My only standard is that it's a little bit tough so it doesn't all come crumpling down the moment the gas hits it. And it's not flammable. Those are my 2 requirements here. Oh, and it's farmable. That's my other requirement. It must be farmable. Because I could also do the thing where I create like the shell of it with whatever blocks. And then that gives me the freedom to do whatever I want in the middle, block-wise. I guess I can have like a return system. I can have 2... Because I created this so I would have a railway, but like if I had a return, I could do that instead. Hmm. Yeah, stop getting stuck. Sometimes I wish I could be in spectator and be able to place down blocks. And like this way I would still have the 5 block wide, I guess, or I guess in this case it's 7 blocks. Ow, ow. But yeah, so that's what that's what we're up to. So I need to remember tomorrow to talk about it does create more of a reduced window. But it's not like the worst thing in the world. I'll still be able to see through it. To talk about. That's a great question. So I need to tell Callan, talk to him. So Kid Callan, the person I'm playing with doing 100 Days with, in game, we're doing kind of like an RP thing, as we play. So, we ran a character creator and everything, to create our characters, but we decided for the ease of, at least I did. I don't know what Callan's, reasoning is, but I decided to, go with PB. So my in-game character's name is PB. I'm just PB. And Callan has also gone with Callan, just I'm assuming for ease of just communicating with one another. And it's a lot of things happen in 100 Days of Horror. And one of the things is we die a lot, and we have our spawn point set to the cars we crashed into at the beginning of our narrative. So I need to tell. So there was this moment near the end of the stream yesterday in which we got separated once again, but this time not by death. This time I got hit by some mob that just teleported me like 1,000 blocks away. And the same thing happened with Callan, but he got teleported like right next to our base. I was the unfortunate one that got sent into next tomorrow, essentially. I'm not mad at this. I'm not mad at this idea. And this way I can have kind of a uniform outside. I don't love that it's stone brick, but I do like the idea of having an outside and then the inside be themed towards whatever the fuck I'm doing at the time. Anyway, so this happened near the end of the stream. So by the time I got back, it was nighttime, and nighttime is when all the bad things happen, when all the baddies come out and try to murder us. So I didn't have an opportunity to speak to Callan about like what we experienced, because we also had a lot of like unique enemies suddenly pop up and start attacking us. So zero time to talk to each other, essentially. But I need to remember, so at the beginning of next session or tomorrow, I remember to communicate what happened, because, you know, narratively, we're picking up right where we left off. So I need to simply remember. Oh man, let me tell you, I'm not liking any of these blocks in mass that I would probably need for this outside. I would have to break them up somehow, because I'm not a fan so far of like the stone brick. I don't know. I think I'm done with stone brick. I've just used it so much, I think. It just looks so plain to me at this point. Especially with like tough bricks existing now. Stone bricks, like, I feel like some of the vanilla bricks or vanilla blocks kind of need a facelift to kind of catch up with the vibes of the new blocks. So I need to remember what to tell Callan tomorrow, and I have to keep reminding myself because ADHD is a hell of a drug, and I will forget what to talk to him about tomorrow. And also, I need to remember what I was going to tell him in regards to my new plan or my new thought. We'll see what Callan thinks about it. About our location and our bases. And also about mining, because we need a mine. Unfortunately, we have to go underground. And most of the bad things in this game stem from the darkness. So I don't exactly know how that's going to play out for us. When it comes to staying happy and healthy. Because we are struggling. But it's been fun. I'm really enjoying my time with 100 Days of Horror. I was a little afraid I was going to be too afraid about everything that was happening, that it was just going to be a poor viewing experience. Luckily, it doesn't seem that way. Luckily, everything seems pretty good. Nothing is terrible. Like I feel like most of the terrifying things that are going to happen have happened. So now it's a matter of like, okay, now how do we deal with our situation? And like, we've kind of come up with a reasoning as to why things are happening, whether that's why they're happening or not. Neither here nor there. We simply just need to have some semblance of something to feel like there's some sort of hope. I was a little afraid things were going to be a little too spoopy. And we would also just not have fun with it. That was my other main concern. Was my concern about whether or not we would actually enjoy ourselves. I was hoping we would. But so far, I'm very much enjoying myself. So now we have to move forth and now we have, now that we know they can bleed, now it's a matter of figuring out how to defeat them, our enemies. As I call them, as I've called it in the game, the Curse of the Darkness, or Curse of Darkness. Which is sort of giving lore and conceptualization to the fact that mobs always spawn at nighttime. I don't hate the kind of like train car vibe that this gives. I'm not mad about it. I'm not hating it. But yeah, so 100 days is going well. I'm really happy about it. Yeah, a little choo-choo, little locomotive. And I'm looking forward to what Callan and I end up figuring out. Can I? Not really. I can't really afford to make this smaller. Sorry, my brain working real hard in thinking about what I want here. Wait, this doesn't feel super weird. Hello. I could have sworn that in my vanilla tweaks I had gas, please shut up. But alas, here we are. Problem solved. No, you must hear the little meow. The little cat. The meows, the meows of a cat. I give a little this too much of a head, I think. It just means this needs to be a different block. But yeah, so that's happening. I think on Friday, I'm going to start working on the streamer bot command to try and get my tarot cards to pop up. So what I want to happen with these tarot cards is I want them to pop up on the screen. Well, let's see. It's better if I just... If I were my prep scene, is it this one? No, it's not. It's this one. I bet it is. I have a mic on this. I do. So I want, it doesn't need to spin. The spinning, I think, would be too much for how many cards are in this tarot deck. But I wanted to pop up here in the middle of the screen and this be the art, right? And then off on the side to like the left or the right in that blank dark space, in the black space there, I want, the overlay is not going to look like this, by the way. The overlay, I'm going to be here in the middle where this kind of card is. And on either side of me is going to be like the playing area, the card area. Violent spinning. Here, let's have this one. This one's a little bit more fun to look at. I want it to show up there in the middle of the screen. And yeah, I wanted to show up here in the middle screen. This will be the tarot card, right? Pops up in the middle of the screen. And then off on the side is going to be the text that relates to that card. So, in Tangled Blessings, there are approximately 20-ish tables that you can roll on. most of them are just flavor text, but probably things I'm going to want to roll with, right? So, in trying to figure out a way to, like in Case Closed, right? What I did with Case Closed when I ran that game, I made PowerPoint slides to hold all the tables that I would have to roll on, because that was also a table heavy game. And I like that. That was cool. That was fun. 20 is a little bit too many, in my opinion. And not only that, there are 22 Arcana, major Arcana cards. So, most of the tables are to do with major Arcana, the 22 cards, and making a table to show on stream with 22 options, you guys aren't going to be able to read that. So it would just be a waste of my time to put it on the screen, but I would still like you guys to see the text. And more importantly, I would like to be able to see the text without having to spend the downtime in the middle of stream looking for that part of the text, right? So if I can get it, if I can press a button and it do everything for me and pop up on screen, that's what I want. Now, in theory, guys, I know how to do all of it. In theory, I know how to do the random, how to pick from my random table of text. I know how to do that. And I now know how to, in theory, I haven't actually physically done it yet in game, this part I'm about to say. I've done the text part, yes, but not this part. I've seen how it's done, and I just need to put it in and test it out. How to do the, choose a random image from a group of images. Funnily enough, I learned about it in how to do a rolling D20. How to roll a D20 on stream. And in the same way, and it just being him animating it using StreamerBot. And whenever it landed on a certain picture, aka a certain face, it would be attached to this random rolled number. So in theory, I know how to relate a picture to a random rolled number, or to like pull from that number. Now it's just a matter of doing it. And I think I'm going to do that this weekend. Because the sooner I can get that done, the better. Also, this screen is for, like it says, it's for Void 1680. I'm still working on this. Don't you guys worry. Right now I'm working on how to do this card. As you can see, this is one of the examples. This was another one of the examples I had, that I wanted to figure it out. It's still just living in my brain how to do this, and I'm just still trying to figure it out. We're just trying to figure it out. And by we, I mean literally myself. Me, myself, and I. This is still not centered on the screen, and it's driving me insane. Is there a way for me to just get you to fit to my screen? In what world is not fitting to my screen, game? OBS. What are we doing? What are we doing? No, that's not gonna do anything for me. Cool. Dope. Why are you not? Is it because I hit the other one? Okay, good. Good. Amazing. Okay. What if I do this? Because this all makes sense. It's what's happening right now is that everything is making sense, right? That's better than nothing, I guess. All right. Anyways, I'm just so mad at OBS. I'm gonna do this instead over here, see how I feel about this. I think I've just built enough with like these early blocks, these blocks that have been in the game for like a decade or more. I've just been there and I've done that. So when I see them, or I've seen other people have been there and do that, that I have such strong just like memories. Like this combo, I've seen it a million times. I've seen it a million times. Like, I don't know. I don't know what you want from me. I've seen it a million times. I'm still gonna mess with it because they're not difficult, super difficult to farm. Yeah, so I really don't want to do a full piece of wood for there. These are easy to farm, but not that easy to farm. Oh, ads. It's okay. Nothing of interest is going to happen while these ads are playing. Worst thing that's going to happen is I just break more blocks. Although I do like this. This is just basalt. Maybe okay, let me break this. If I can find a better block to put up here. If I do this, I'm gonna have to make a super smelter, like ASAP. Like an actual super smelter, not the little smelter I wanted to put in my base. I'm not a fan. I'm just not a fan. I don't know what to tell you. Not a fan. Not a fan, not a fan, not a fan. Oh, man. So I need to now make sure I... So yeah, so this weekend, I'm gonna come up with a new PNG. Like, I'm not mad at this PNG, right? Hold on, I could just pop it up. I don't need to describe it with my words. I could just click on it and it'll change. Like, I'm not mad at this, right? Like, this is fine. But I don't know if this is like the final form of this I want, you know? Like, the way Callan has he has like his whole 3D render of his, he has a 3D render of his character, essentially. And I don't know. Like, I don't hate it, but I don't love it, you know? And I think that's the important part. So I'm spending some time this weekend also figuring out what I'm gonna do for that little PNG guy. My PNG dude. I do here? Hold on. Before I continue this, hold on. I'm just gonna look it up. I'm just gonna look up where these come from. You know what? Let me, let's just do the math ourselves. We have the technology. And the amount of time it's going to take me to look this up, I can simply just throw this in. Okay, so that doesn't go in, but you go in. So I'm assuming you're going to make smooth basalt. If you make polished basalt, first of all, that's a scam. Second of all, okay, that is how you make smooth basalt. Okay. I just needed to make sure that that is how that worked. Okay. Is there like a fire resistance tag or something? Will not burn tag. That's just an easy lookup. I guess we might as well look at smooth stone, since if I'm gonna use smooth basalt, I'm gonna be melting anyways. Blackstone again is kind of annoying to get. I need blocks that I'm not going to be annoyed to farm, essentially. Like, I have a fairly straightforward, head empty, no thoughts kind of farm is what I'm looking for here. That's the vibe I'm trying to bring into the club tonight. We didn't like this, right? This is not the vibe. Okay, alright, okay. Just gonna miss all of those blocks, I guess. I am looking forward to some of these projects. I want to see if I can get this tarot. Like I said, I want to play the game in OBS, essentially. I want me to just... my hotkeys, my stream deck. This looks like a little shitty little house. And I'm looking at OBS as I play to see what everything else is. So both of us are looking at the same thing. So I can have OBS on the screen, and then I can have my PDF that's guiding me through the game on a second screen. And that way I don't have to pick and choose what I need to do. What I'm looking at, splitting my attention too much. Because like I said, my number one tenet of playing games on my channel are basically by the way, I think I am going to go with this Crimson. I know I complained about it earlier, but I think I'm going to go with that one. I like the Warpwood, but I think I like the Warpwood as an accent as opposed to the Crimson, which I need to just be something I'm not. paying attention to the most. By the way, just a little update as to what my brain's thinking right now. Dude, basalt on basalt would kind of be gnarly, though. And if I can get it figured out, like if I can understand how to do it, then I might be able to run the Almanac of Sanguine Paths. Sometime in the middle of October. As I kind of really desperately want to do. Because it looks so interesting. I'm almost a little, you know, to be honest with you, I haven't really done too much on the tarot cards. But I'm almost a little sad that I learned about Sanguine Paths after I committed in my mind to do Tangled Blessings. Because I think the concept of Sanguine Paths is just so cool. It doesn't actually need this little top part. That was there for visuals, but they're no longer necessary. To go with this train car idea, it actually serves for this to be shorter than peakier. Because I love the art in the Almanac of Sanguine Paths. It's so cool. I know I'm doing the same thing just like twice. It's because I'm trying to decide which I like better or if I like it at all. Sometimes it just be like this. I had full intentions today of just mindlessly mining and talking to you guys. And instead, here I am. And if I do Sanguine Paths, if I do end up having the time to do it, well, in that case, I'm just going to use a normal tarot deck instead of a custom-made one. And we can have some fun there. Because like I said, my main issue with running games on the channel isn't a matter of not wanting to play the games. It's more I have grand plans that I'd like to do. And that directly interferes with my timetables on actually doing them. And in this case, I can do 2 in 1. I have my Plans of Grandeur, and then also get to play 2 games in 1 month. Although I mostly have what I want to do with... What is on the outside? It's just occurred to me that things will be able to spawn on this slot. Oh, look at this guy, still working hard. Oh, I just have hate in my soul for this sudden project. This was not in my plans today. I just want you to know. I need you to know with full sincerity that I planned on just mining today. No. What are you called? No. What are you called? What are you called? Stonecutter. Okay, I can make slabs out of all the variants of this. Cool, 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 cool. Blackstone is much faster to find or to farm for me at this very moment in time than Deep Slate. As annoying as it would be to find, find the patches for it. I can also easily trade for it with piglins in the future. It would be annoying here at the beginning, but I have to mine out a ton of stuff in the nether anyways. I want you to know what I think would look really cool with this. And I just need you to know that I'm never gonna do it. But I bet you this looks real cool. Looks nice. I think ideally it would be ideal to double up on the glass, but that's just unrealistic for how much glass I own. Considering my closest desert is really far away, guys. And without shulker boxes, it's gonna take a while for me to ferry it back and forth. Which is, I think, why I need to get... This is gonna be our short term. Like, we're gonna have one little path to make in the short term. My long-term plan is to just continuously work on my nether roads It does look good, and I hate it for that. Let me see. Let's see. Do I? Okay, we have this. Unfortunately, Basalt doesn't have any slabs or stairs. That is why it no longer is a viable block option for us. I think stone looks a little bit, or these bricks look a little bit too much like a house. I think that's going to be my only problem with using those. On the bright side, this is going to look very recessed now. I'm going with the full block for just switching them out very quickly, but I'm gonna have to switch these to stairs. I think I actually like this better. I think I like just a straight up black stone a lot better. Let's see, do I like it in here? Yeah, I'm cool with it. I also had a thought. I don't know how this is gonna look though. No, I'm gonna do it on the other side, the side I like less. I don't hate it, but I also don't think it adds anything that the normal cobblestone would, and this would just only be causing me more difficulty when placing it. And it also would make me conscious about what blocks I'm using on the inside, I think. So while a cool concept, not in this application, I don't think. I'm already going to be annoyed to have to do this over and over again. Let me up. Oh, just trying out an idea. We were trying out an idea, you know. Don't think anything about it. Don't think about anything. So, all right. Yeah. I thought it was going to be a lot more noticeable. It's not. It just gives it a little bit more depth and dimension. Yeah, I'm not mad about that. I'm not mad about that. I'm going to cover this up because I do want to see how it looks like with the variant in which we skip every other window. I don't need to do this on the top one either. I'm just choosing to do so to match the bottom, match the aesthetic. Okay, I'm not mad about that. I'm not mad at it. Okay, let me see what you look like with just another brick. I really wish this were easier to farm. Have they changed red nether brick at all? Have they made it any easier to make? Oh, I chose the wrong wiki. Are you telling me you only make one? Are you serious right now? You're having a laugh. You're actually having a laugh right now if you tell me this only makes one brick. Oh my god, it only makes one brick? 2 nether wart only makes one stack of nether wart. Only makes 32 blocks? Are you kidding me right now? God, no wonder no one uses this fucking block ever. Yeah, not a shot in fucking hell I use this for this nether road. I simply cannot believe the audacity. Just gonna place again the full block variants just for now, but no, that my intention is to have stairs here so it's not spawnable blocks. I don't love it, but I don't hate it, you know? I'm just gonna try all the stone variants to see if I like any of these better than having another brick up top, because it is a little dark to have black on maroon, but I don't hate it. I don't hate the smooth stone. I don't like it enough for the effort that it takes to make smooth stone blocks. Okay, what are we looking like? Hold on. You guys are seeing this before I do. I need to move some windows around. All right, there we go. I don't hate this. Yeah. We got a variant for smooth zone. That's right. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to this month. We have a couple of plans coming up. My only question mark is if I'm going to get these tarot cards done in time. That is mostly where my question marks are at the moment. Because conceptually, I'm still kind of struggling with it. Which has not been great for my progress. And down here, we're gonna switch this out with Blackstone. Yeah, I really fuck with that, actually. It's kind of basic bitch in nature, but I'm not mad about it. All right, let me make you into this. And see how we feel about this block like this. Actually, up top, we might want to do a little slabby slab instead. It's a little small, a little squirt. That's fine. I can have this be a be this. Gotta grab stone again. So at the end of the day, we are gonna have the little piquito, the little up. The little point at the top. There we go. We figured it out. We remembered how to say it in English. And then over here, we're gonna have this. It has big roof energy in this way. You can also break this and just do this. Save myself some blocks and not have the little piquito. Yeah, it looks like it's just kind of like a more refined version of this. The only thing is this, right? This looks a little weird, champ. But like, this is where we'd have our theoretical rail lines. Even though theoretically this would be smaller, in practice, it looks like it's going to be bigger. Although I could do the walls here, maybe. I don't really know what kind of wall I would put here, though. Yeah, because it's not really going to connect. It's going to look like that. I might just have to be big. I don't know. I'll have time to think about it. I don't like this. So black stone and regular and smooth stone and okay. So we're gonna need. I need to write this down. I gotta write this down. Hold on. Crimson slabs, pink glass. I do like the basalt on the inside, though. I do think it looks nice. Blackstone. Stone. What is this called? Stripped warp logs. Okay, that seems like what we're gonna need to do. And then on the inside, for this particular, For the particular tunnel we're going to make for our Froglight farm, we are going to make it out of basalt because I have an abundance of basalt. Let's just put it that way. All right, and you know, I'll throw basalt on here also as our side little thing. Okay, so crimson slabs, glass. Okay, so we're gonna need a crimson warp tree farm. We're gonna need glass / sand. We're gonna need a flower farm, particularly for pink dye. I'll have to look up different ways to get pink dye. I might be able to get away with the too tall one, the name I forget all the time. Oh, of course. Can I do #flower and it pop up? It does. Oh, pink petals. This one. Peonies might get me. Pink dye. Oh, they do. Let's go. All right. Peony. Let's not even do flower farm. Let's just write peony. Peony farm. Which means that's how I get the pink dye, which means off of that I'm gonna need bone meal for that. Okay, so then we need blackstone. That's just normal farm. Same thing with stone. Crimson warps. Yeah. And yeah. Okay, cool. That's not bad. I'm not mad about that. That's not gonna be super difficult to get done. Oh, packed ice is the other thing I need. I don't necessarily need it right off the bat, but it is a thing I will need to get. Luckily we have a huge, in fact, it's like right over here. I have a huge packed ice area that's actually really annoying to drive through. Because it's so big. Also a very easy ice farm. I just need to start using my silk touches for this, which means I also might have to do just some XP farming. Dude, I am so paranoid at nighttime now. Like I haven't talked about it. I am very paranoid about it. I almost just want to turn on the gamma so I just always have light. Let's see. What do I have from my resource packs here? Have I added anything new? Oh, right. I downloaded the wrong Better Illagers. And the wrong pigs. But I think I eventually got them in, did I? I did not put them in. I downloaded the wrong ones. As you can tell, these need Optifine. I realized it after the fact. Oh, I feel like there's something I added to this that I've forgotten what it was in mod or something. Again, all the mods in this are just things to improve performance / my experience. Nothing really changes game-wise. The only thing that I've changed is a game role that Mojang offers, which is to turn off phantoms, because I hate phantoms. I don't think they really add anything to the game, except annoyance, because they're not difficult to kill. They're just time-consuming to kill. Blackstone, crimson. So I need to get a bunch of stone. But if I'm gonna get stone, I might as well do it with a I might as well do it with a smooth stone pickaxe. A smooth stone pickaxe, a silk touch pickaxe. Let me just fill up my inventory with andesite, and then we'll head back home, and I'll drop this off in a chest. So I can, in the future, get also started with our sugarcane tower. Because I want to build a tower out of andesite, but again, out of andesite. Luckily, they've added these huge common patches into the game, into generation. Yeah, so I am excited for tomorrow. I hope you guys continue to enjoy our 100 Days of Horror with Kalino. I hope you guys are enjoying kind of the RP element we are bringing into it. It's a first for both of us in at least Minecraft to do such a thing and to do so live in front of a studio audience. It's like Hallen's first time really role-playing. Which is exciting to me because, you know, I think that it's a fun, you know, it's play pretend. You're playing pretend with your friends when you roleplay as an adult in games, in RPG games. And I think that can serve everybody. It's like if you're down for it, I think it could serve everyone to have a little bit of make-believe fun. And Callan's doing great. He's doing amazing. Sticking to his character a little better than I am, in fact. Look, my character's stressed out, okay? She's suddenly in a world where she's gotten killed several times, but somehow keeps coming back to life. It's stressful, you know? Oh, we're done. We got him. Yeah, I think Kalino is doing great. I talked about it earlier at the end of the stream, but we literally used the Mekton character creator. Mekton is one of my favorite character creations of all time. Character creators of all time. I think it's it's really good. It goes really in depth and it's some crazy stuff happening. And while creating our characters, I was able to kind of create a story, some story beats for us to play through. Because again, it's not a narrative based game. Narrative based mod pack, I mean. So to have the 100 days to come to a satisfying conclusion, I wanted to figure out kind of like an end point for us at the end of the 100 days. And we're so far, one stream in, we're doing a pretty good job of setting up narratively where it's going to go. I think next session you're going to see a little bit more of both of our characters' personalities. Now that we're going to be less scared and more proactive towards it all. And now I'm going to go drop off a ton of andesite. I probably have wood sitting in those chests next to the towers, the non-existent towers at the moment. Get over here. And it's just really relieving to have been working on something for like 3 weeks, almost a whole month, and it's working out well. I saw it last second. All right, now let's grab all our andesite. So I can fill this up. I'm highly debating adding a chest sorting. You know those buttons you can have up here to sort your inventory? I'm highly debating whether or not I want to add that. I think about it all the time. I miss it. Oh, hello. Are you the pufferfish? You are the pufferfish. Oh, you're the most pufferfish looking pufferfish that I've seen. Oh, there he goes. In theory, once they do that, they're supposed to float up into the air or into the top of the water. Because they're literally full of air. And apparently, it's actually really bad for them to fill up with air like that. The more you know. All right, I need to go make some Silk Touch pickaxes. I would like to have 2. I think I have 1. I would like to have at least 2 so I can like switch out between them, spend more time mining, less time having to come back and repair them. I also am just going to gather enough for, again, that one long path. It is several blocks. I think it's, let's see, 8 chunks. 8 times 16. It's 148, something like that. 120 something. I don't know. It's at least a stack or 2 of items. I do have 1 Silk Touch pick. And that's a fortune pick. I can fix that while I'm here. I'm not really hurting in diamonds at the moment. What do we have here? Feather falling, fortune, depth strider, efficiency. Okay. You know what? Just give me a full stack. Almost full stack. Give me 58. I'm going to make 2 pickaxes. And just switch between those guys. I'm going to switch my swords. Take off my armor so it doesn't just continuously tick for damage every time I get hit by one of these little guys. I have a ton of diamonds, don't worry. What I have up there is not representative of my wealth. Let me turn on the farm so we can get some XP going. We're looking for some level 30 enchants. Gosh, I really want to get... I cannot describe to you how much I want to get this trading hall done, but I need to get these frog lights done first. But every project I do, the higher my desperation to get this stupid trading hall ready. But I'm very, very excited to mess around with some more stuff for 100 Days of Horror. It's gonna be fun. It's fun. It's gonna be fun. I'm also looking forward to our solo TTRPG things. Again, I just really want to do Sangmoon Pass, Almanac of Sangmoon Pass. It's just, like I said, the art in the book just looks phenomenal. And I am kind of obsessed here. Actually, let me... Is that moodier? Do you guys just like it that it's darker like this? Rather than seeing the actual spiders dropping down. It's probably better for some people's arachnophobia. Let me find it. If I were... Almanac of Sanguine, is it you? We can look at it. No thank you. Last time I had to upgrade so many things in Windows. It was actually so annoying. Oh, hey, that's fun. That's on that's funny. Oh man, that's really funny. I don't need that on. Turn that off. That's really funny. I didn't know that was up there. A lot of my scenes are just duplications of other scenes I had in the past. So oh, there's things on there that I don't even realize sometimes. A lot of them are just a freaking mess. Well, let's start at the beginning of the album. I really like the whole album. Okay. Display capture, this one? Yeah. So this is the Almanac of Sanguine Paths. It's by Rory Montford. It's over on itch.io if you guys have any interest in it. And the game is basically about it's a journal-based game where you are a werewolf and you have come into contact or come into be in possession of this book. In this case, they call it an almanac, and in this is kind of like a lot of passed down advice and a lot of other kind of snippets of information about being a werewolf and the experience other people who have been in contact with this almanac have had as a werewolf. And you are not the only person who is in possession of this. And in fact, you are kind of pen paling with another werewolf using it. And you talk about a lot of things in it. And it kind of goes in depth in kind of the psychological aspect of being a werewolf and how you fall into society, being, a kind of a werewolf. And that's basically what the entire game is, this journaling experience. However, I think it is, I love the art in this. And it just sets such a very real tone looking at it. The energy kind of what it means to be a werewolf in these universes. It's also a very fascinating game to play. In which, again, it's a journaling game. So you go very in depth in what, in a lot of these steps of this game. But like the art is just gorgeous. I love it. I'm such a big fan. I'm also a really big fan of the use of color in in this PDF. I also really like the layout of the PDF. And they did a very good job. This is like one of those PDFs where I'm like, I would love to have this book. I would love to own this book. If I had places for books, I would love to own this book. Like, gosh, I mean, look at that. Like, look at that. Look at it. Just looking at that, I had like such a huge urge to like, this is a tarot based game. You play with tarot cards. Just looking at this, I'm like, gosh, I really wish I had picked this game to make the tarot cards with. Because there's so much art in here that I'm just like, gosh. It's very, it has a lot of it invokes a lot. Looking at it, at least for me. And then they go ahead and they there's a lot of what the cards do. Most of this book, actually, I think half of this book is basically just going through what all of the cards mean, essentially, for this game. There's also settings that you can play that are pre-written for you. But it is very cool. I very much am a big fan of this game. I think it is very cool. Oh. Let me puff that off. Let's quickly turn around, and my FPS is real low there for a second, but it's fine. Dude, the fact that the spiders in the mod pack were playing the... Oh man, I've said the name of this stupid mod pack so much that I don't remember it anymore. Cave in the Fog? Fog in the Cave? Cave in the... Oh, fuck me. Hold on. Cave Horror Project. That's what it's called. The Cave Horror Project. In the Cave Horror Project, there's a lot of... the spiders there, they climb... They, like, climb on things. Like, they'll flip their body to the side and crawl along the walls at you. It's real freaky deaky. Hmm. I have a grindstone here? I do. I feel it's kind of bad to get rid of a perfectly good pickaxe, but I guess I could just make more. And like, nothing is stopping me from just making a ton of pickaxes, I guess. I forgot. Give me this. Boop. It's not the fastest thing in the world, but it's definitely faster than any other XP option I have at the moment. But yeah, I'm excited. I would really like to play the Almanac Assangly Path, and I'm not limiting myself to only playing it during spooky season. I just think it would work really well during spooky season. There we go. Now we have a Silk Touch. I'm going to keep this efficiency just in case the Silk Touch isn't satisfactory. Anyways, I hope you guys are doing well today. Hope all is good in the neighborhood with y'all. Also, again, a reminder that if you do sub, make sure you sub via a browser and not on your phone, because they've raised sub prices if you are subbing from your phone. So make sure to do so in your browser. That's a general PSA. because I think it's ridiculous. I understand because it's more of a ridiculous, it's less ridiculous on Twitch's part and more ridiculous on App Store's parts. This is an issue with any and all subscriptions you ever get on mobile. They are simply always going to upcharge you. There's always going to be a fee that you have to pay. So close. You see so many of these guys. Take them out. Oh, there's a glow squid. Oh no, it's not a glow squid. It's one of the guys that it's one of the fancy looking guys. Well, hello there. Ah, good. We have 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Po. Hello. I would not like to be an owner of any of those items at the moment. Please and thank you. Please go into my storage system and not my inventory. Please and thank you. Why is this going down by 2? Did you see that? What? How are you draining so fast? Where are you going? What? What? Why are you going down 2 at a time? Where are you splitting? How are you splitting? I'm not doing anything to split you, and I don't think you can be split. I'm so confused. You're going straight down. I'm just putting you in you, and you go in here. Are you? No, because in theory you would be keeping up. I know it comes down here. Like it goes down to this one. And you go 1 by 1, and you go in here. Do you also go 1 by 1? You also go 1 by 1. What about you? You also go 1 by 1. Do you go 1 by 1? You do. Do you go 1 by 1? You do. Do you go 1 by 1? You do. Do you guys also go down by 2? What? Where? Is it just... I don't... I am confusion. You know what? I'm not going to claim to understand how Hopper physics work. Hopper technology above me. Let me tell you, not having the little gleam actually really, it's really nice normally, but when I'm trying to enchant, it's actually kind of a problem. Let's see. So what we have to do, and by we, I mean me, what I have to do to finish this up is I need to look up some Crimson farms. Here's the issue. I don't know. I don't really have a path to any Crimson Forest or Warp Forest. I don't even think I passed either of those when I was traveling to find a better pool to make our Froglight farm in. I know where a Crimson Forest is. I simply don't know anything else. Another Silk Touch. Believe it or not, Silk Touch picks are actually my favorite kind of picks. I'm just trying really hard not to be picky because Cobblestone is actually very necessary for early game. So I'm trying not to be picky and I'm trying to use Silk Touch picks. But I'm actually a big Silk Touch fan. So the more Silk Touch picks I have, the happier I will be in the long run. I also need to grab this fortune pick. I'll take this one. That's our working pick. Throw that up here. We're gonna have to take that with us. But yeah, so I am working on those things in the background. I'm also waiting for this table to go on sale again. I'm kind of sad I didn't get it on sale. It was like a significant boop in sale. It was like $20, $30 on sale. But I was hemming and hawing about whether I wanted it or not. And that ended up being my downfall. Because when I decided I wanted it, it was no longer on sale and it went up the 20-30 bucks and I was like, ooh. Honey did tell me that it's typically a little bit cheaper than it was than it is now, so I'm hoping the price goes down soon, TM, because I really want it, because once I have this table I can finish my area, which very annoyingly is taking a while because I need to do so much cable. Oh my god, so much cable management, guys. Oof, not. And wait, NWSL has Friday nights on Prime? Nice. But man, what a feels bad to see fucking Alex Morgan and Marta up here as a banner when Alex Morgan literally just retired, and I believe Marta also, I don't know if she's playing in the NWSL, but I know she had her last World Cup or her last Olympics. This Olympics. It was kind of a big deal in the women's soccer sphere. I was like, I knew I had two pickaxes that didn't have anything on them. Where did it go? I also keep getting recommended this air purifier that looks just like an iPod Nano, and I don't know what to do about it. Like, here, let me take a screenshot of it and show you guys. It keeps being recommended to me, and I don't know what they want from me. Like, look at this and tell me this doesn't look like an iPod Nano. Like the little clip-on, like the old ones, little... I guess maybe it wasn't even called a Nano. Like the micro... iPod Micro Nano, I don't know what it was called. But I have a distinct memory of an iPod. That were this tiny. A nano clip? I don't know what it was called. But like, it looks just like that. And every time I see it, it's so jarring. I'm just like, is that an iPod Nano? And it's like, no, it's actually an air purifier for $130. And I'm like, oh, I see. This, by the way, anyone wondering, is in fact the Bane of Arthropod sword. There we go. Another fortune pick. Hey, please, I need you guys to gather up because I need to get the rest of these XP orbs. I was kind of hoping to avoid that, but like, you win some, you lose some, I guess. I don't know why sometimes they catch over there, but they do and it's annoying. I am excited though to get this so I no longer have to worry about it. Because that is going to be such an absolute relief to me. One of the things that is kind of annoying though that is that my the stand I have for my monitor, my arm that I have for the monitor, I kind of wish it were it's a swinging arm, and I kind of wish it wasn't. I kind of wish because I have to put it far away from the middle. I wish I just had the pole going straight up and down, that I could move the monitor on. So that's something maybe in the future I'm gonna have to look into buying. It's just gonna hurt me. Because this is a perfectly fine stand. But it is kind of annoying. Hello, everyone. Give me that XP. Ah, there's the one I needed to do. Oh, well. So many working picks. So many fortune picks. You know what? Let me roll past this one, actually. Because I know I can't get I can't get fortune and silk touch on the same pick, so I can just clear that off. You're being real stubborn about this game. We don't have to play this game. We don't have to do this. You could just give me silk touch. Oh my gosh. So okay, I'm looking up how to make a crimson farm for the future. Again, I don't need one right now. I just need to go out and like farm it. Oh, it tells you your mining efficiency now. It's cool. Has that always said that? It tells me sweeping damage ratio. What the fuck? When did they add that? I feel like I've never seen that before. Maybe I just wasn't paying attention. That's cool though. Alright, we're gonna do a couple more rolls of this. And then I think I'm gonna call it a night. Oh, come on. So close. Because I'm a little hungry. I gotta finish. Go eat my dinner. Go make some dinner to then eat the dinner. Let's see, I do... It's gonna be nice, to get this done though. Because for the Froglife farm, all I have left to do, I mean, I've talked about it a million times. I need to just build the actual farm part of it now. And then get the blocks to place around the ring so nothing jumps off the sides and it still goes into the middle. Oh, and I guess do like the iron golem thing. I haven't like created their little platforms yet. I have to review our design we made the other day. Every time. There's no winning. Oh, silk touch. Let's go. We haven't even gotten like a pure unbreaking pick either. I guess we can combine this with like this working pick. A working pick, by the way, is just an efficiency unbreaking pick, because that's just like your everyday. I'm gonna use that to break a bunch of blocks. Like its purpose is to break a bunch of blocks in a quick and efficient manner. Hook touch. That's all right. We have a couple of things we can combine this with. There we go. I actually prefer, you know, one of the things I really much prefer when I am putting enchants on any item, I have a certain order I like to put them in, and that is from greatest to least. So in this case, efficiency 5 is the thing the number that is the highest. So that would be the thing I want on top. And then I would like Unbreaking. And then at the bottom, I would like Silk Touch because there is no number on that. In the case of Fortune, I would still put Fortune at the end of Unbreaking because I look for my modifiers at the bottom of my enchants rather than the top. Both of those picks are on the opposite ends of that. And it's just funny. I think I'm only going to need 2 Silk Touches, so I'm just going to leave one of these Silk Touches here. And I have a working pick. I have a Fortune pick here. I can switch the... Oh, actually, let me not switch these yet. I need to get rid of all of these spiders first. That's on me. Yeah, I used copper bullets here. I stole them from that trials chamber. That was a great call on Rob's part. I can't just rip a trials chamber apart in order to get a bunch of copper in the future. At this very point in time, I don't think I have any like ideas of builds I'm gonna do with copper. But I don't know, I might do it. No, because I'm planning on using wool for this one. I'm sure it'll be in one of my builds, don't you worry. I want to play with copper because copper now exists. While I'm playing the game, whereas in the past it's not always existed. Oh, that's another one of my favorite variants of these guys. The guy with the oh, what is it called? The diving mask, the old school one with the like grates, the new like trapdoor grates. Oh, I love it. It's such a good one. I switched my, fuck me. I'm like, that took more than I thought it would. There's always going to be things spawning here because of, I can't turn this one off. That spawner is forever on. Unfortunately for me. All right, I'm going to head back to base and then I'm going to call it there. So I guess I can do my outro as I'm swimming. I'm trying to get back to base. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I know it's a lot of Minecraft on the channel at the moment, but hopefully you guys are enjoying it nonetheless. It's just a nice little relaxing creative outlet to have. Especially as I'm exploring some more creative outlets via solo teacher RPGs and creative outlets that are kind of like technical in a way, I guess in a way, so is Minecraft, where you have a lot of technical aspects to it. At least I like to add a lot of technical aspects. It's one of my favorite parts of the game. It's like the problem solving. Oh, this is another one of my favorite guys. The guys with the squids on their heads. Very big fan. And then like the peg leg and the hook arm, hook hand. Very big fan. Oh, and like a magic trick, it's no longer raining. But yeah, so tomorrow we're going to be doing stream 2 of our 100 Days of Horror. I'd have to assume we're like 12, 15 days in to the series. So we're a good bit in. And we're only gonna keep going. We're doing... How many streams are we doing? We are doing, I think, 10 streams overall. So it's 100 Days of Horror, but it's 10 streams. So however many days it ends up being is what it's going to be. But yeah, so I look forward to being spooked out, being scared tomorrow by some more stuff, especially as I'm going to suggest some things that are going to challenge some stuff. So Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Oh, I don't ever go into F5 because I don't want to like break the immersion of being able to see myself. But yeah, I'm not looking great. It's very very gnarly. What a way to find yourself when you're coming back from work. It's one of those things like, wow, you couldn't have done this before I went to work kind of deals. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys will tune in tomorrow for 100 Days of Horror. And then on Friday, will probably be another Minecraft stream, probably in this world. Maybe working on something for one of our games in the future. I don't know. We'll find out. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to be nice to each other. Don't forget to be compassionate. And I'll see you guys all in the next one. Bye. And as always, you guys are the best. I adore you guys. Thank you guys so much for the support. Thank you so much, Jamie, for the follow. Thank you so much for the raid. Thank you so much, Narcissus, for the raid also. And I believe I got a bot follower earlier, so that I'll ignore that one. And yeah, so hopefully you guys are enjoying what's going on the stream, and if you're enjoying it, I'll keep doing it because I'm enjoying it also. Is there anything else I need to talk about? The Sunday I'm not over on Praxis channel. So yeah, enjoy that. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your morning, evening, night. For my lurkers, you guys are the best, the backbone of the channel. And for you guys and anyone who watches ads, you guys rock, because that fucking adds up at the end of the day. Like, unironically, despite how the amount of viewers I get and how often I stream, I still get a good little chunk of change. A few dollars I get from just ads, so it works out at the end of the day. So I really appreciate it. I know, especially now that that subs have gone up a little bit in price, I totally understand of reticence to want to sub. But if you would still like to support me, but you don't want to pay what Twitch wants, or you guys don't like the split that Twitch gives its streamers, I always have a Ko-Fi out there. Ko-Fi's, the split is very reasonable, much more, much better than the barely 50-50 split you get from Twitch. So if you guys would like to support me but don't want to support Twitch, feel free to go over to Ko-Fi and support me there. Otherwise, to show you guys my thank you for my lurkers out there and for my ad viewers. Here's a 3-minute ad. Thank you guys so much for watching this stream. And for those of you who are subscribed, or my turbo viewers, I see you. I don't know which one of you out there, which one of you little cuties is a turbo viewer, but I see you out there. I see you in my statistics. Thank you. I appreciate my turbo viewers and my subscribers. You guys rock. Just knowing I have a certain amount of income coming in every month, it's kind of it's nice, so I can make plans ahead of time to get things. So this Critters RPG has turned into something a lot bigger than it was going to be, or I guess it was always going to be big. I just didn't really understand how big it was going to be. I was the one who was under an illusion that it wasn't going to take a super long time to make it. But actually it's gonna be like this whole thing. I was just gonna do it via a lot of these things via like a video editor, but I've learned that there's programs out there that are kind of cheap to kind of like pick up and buy, and it kind of just does it. It doesn't do it for you, but it gives you the outline on how to do it. And it'll probably be easier than me just trying to animate it in Vegas. Because my least favorite thing about video editing is moving an asset around the screen. It's the most annoying thing to me. But yeah, so that's going to be sometime next year. maybe like Marchish, Aprilish. It's going to be a spring game for sure because it is a lot that I have to do that I've put on my plate, but it's going to be fun. So that's all that matters to me. Anyways, you guys freaking rock. So thank you guys so much for subscribing. And, you know, through subscriptions, I'm able to do things like buy that program to then, you know, do things for that stream. Void 1680 is still coming, like I said. It is just a matter of doing just some figuring out how I want the cards to work. And also how the overlay is going to work. In the same way that I'm having to figure out the overlay for Tangled Blessings, I'm also going to have to do it for Void 1680. I can't just go with my basic overlay that I've used for the past two at this point. But yeah, so you guys rock. You guys are awesome. We have another 20-something seconds left. So like I said, I'm going through a little bit of some thoughts about emotes. So if you are subscribed, feel free to let me know which emotes are your favorite by either using them a ton over the next month or so, or by just telling me over in the Discord or something. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your morning, evening, nights, and I will talk